Welcome to what Clemson folks call the original Death Valley. Stop and take in this scene, one of the great environments in the sport, and this place is charged up today. We've been tracking this matchup for weeks, thinking about a possible top 5 collision. Both teams have done their part, and now, here we are, as we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Tigers will kick this away to get us going. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A quick throw out left, complete. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that previous play. Sticking with the running game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Third down play coming up. Drop him back. Looking to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
Coverage team brings down the returner. The offense starts in the shadow of their own end zone. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And now the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. And the big fellow's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. The senior tries to take a shot, but overthrows his man. The offense was moving well, but two incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The field goal is good. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And here's the return from inside the 5. The returner coughs up the football inside their own 20. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Had to reluctantly settle for a field goal last time out. Really want to find the end zone here. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Short throw. Running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense closed in and forces him out of bounds. They moved the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackle made at the 1-yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
The Tigers line it up with 1st and goal. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner decides to field it. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? They'll run it here. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down play coming up. The shotgun handoff here. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down. They're going to throw the football. Short pass finds the tight end. And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Receiver in motion now. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's running out of time here. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down. The Longhorns will send the punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. No fair catch, looking to return this punt. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Clemson offense is back out there. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Now it's second down here.
The end of the first quarter with the score 10, Texas 0.
It's a shotgun run call. Looks like Clemson will have the first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Send the back in motion. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. The quarterback's got it on the option. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And the Tigers will line up to punt it away. Field it at the 25. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Longhorns offense takes the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the tackle is made, not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Looks like he's going to run it. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. They get the completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He pulls it in for a big gain. An explosive play. They finally get him down, but the offense very near to the red zone.
You know, in these spread offenses, the game just keeps evolving, and the opportunities keep presenting themselves for the big guys to be able to run a corner route. So hard to cover this.
Running back grabs it on the screen. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a 1st down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal off that loss. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Number 11, set to kick this one over.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch. 2nd
down after the incompletion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Catch made on the right side. And they finally make the stop, but a huge gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory down at the 49.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive 1st half. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Looking to scramble. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The Tigers will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Decides not to fair catch it, but he is tackled immediately. A gutsy move, but didn't produce much. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Some hard running there through a tackle. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but you better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football and falls incomplete.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down, lofting it toward the left sideline. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Offense is back out there. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Catch made on the left side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Here's the second down play. The shotgun, handoff inside. He's brought down, but it's a first down, spotted near the 41.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And looking to throw now on first down. Bringing pressure. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He's swarmed by the defense. Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Here's the throw deep downfield. Pass caught inside the 10. They bring him down, but the gain sets up the offense first and goal from the 10. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. And the Tigers line up with a first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Defense is coming after him. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime.
Timeout, Clemson.
The offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness. So they elect to send out the field goal unit, trying to add 3 points to their total before the end of the half. And that one's straight down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for three, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Powering through the defender. And he'll be brought down as time runs out here in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
13, Texas.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Number 11, set to kick this one away.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Important possession here to begin the third quarter as they try to continue momentum from the first half and build on this lead. Finding some room at the 25. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Makes a quick catch. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. And he drops back in the gun. The pocket breaking down. Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and very long. He'll hand it off. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. The pass rush closing in. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they stop him? Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be 1st down and goal.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, you just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Offense moving backwards here. A long way from the goal line now. Third and goal. Looking to throw for it. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. Fourth and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at that play sheet and finding the go-to play that'll help them pick up this first down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. The game is now tied. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. He'll start at the 25. And the powerful Crimson offense is back out there. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Hands off to the left. Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Pressure is coming. Incomplete. As good as he threw the ball, that's a big third down defensive play.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive. The best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Play action here on first down. He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Longhorns looking to cash in this red zone trip. Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Can he make it to the marker? The Longhorns pick up enough for a first down here.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's 3rd down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
They're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Caught near the goal line. The defense stops him just short of the end zone. Spotted at the 1.
Oh, I love it. Keep the kicker on the sideline. This offense knows when you're in the red zone, you got to come away with 6. Great play to keep this drive moving.
First and goal. They need points, but it wouldn't hurt to also milk the clock a bit. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, it's first and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards instead. You're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important second down call here.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Trying to extend the play. Touchdown, Texas. They jump in front here in the 4th. So a quarterback who can escape and score like that, what a boost for this offense.
Yeah, quarterbacks like this who can scramble are so hard to defend because the defense is so caught up in coverage and defending the pass. By the time they realize what's happening, there's no chance of stopping him from scoring.
And he knocks through the PAT. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He brings it back to the 18 before stepping out. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Snags a quick throw. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Crucial third down play right here. Quarterback drops back. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. He's got some room and some blockers here. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Texas 27, Clemson 13.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And your Clemson Tigers will take over. First and 10.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Not able to connect, incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Receiver makes the catch. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, just throw the ball away, see what happens on this next down.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. And he'll set up to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. The reception nets him at 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's running out of time here. Contact as he let the ball go. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. Running with purpose. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
This is a big 3rd down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Fighting him off. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
The Longhorns will look to convert here on 4th down. crowd is loud, hoping for a fourth down stop. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass off.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver, then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a fourth down decision coming up. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on fourth down. He's going to take off. Fires it on the move. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback will take a knee. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the quarterback just takes a knee. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zone.